What's happening, guys? This is the Players Performance and the Russell Crown. Welcome to the Russell Hantz Show. I am your host, Russell Hantz. So we're going to talk about the first episode, the premiere episode of Survivor. And you're probably sitting there, the Players Performance, I got to watch this. Like, who in the world? What in the world can he actually talk about? And that's the problem I have. I can't talk about anything. So this will be, I'm just going to start this off like this and tell you guys, this will be the first Players Performance in the history of me doing this show where they don't have someone winning the Russell Crown. Now, we're going to go straight to the end of the show. The episode, it's not just me. A lot of times, if I don't like an episode, I say, hey, that's trash. I didn't like it, but that's just my opinion. I'm sure you can see if you follow any type of social media that no one likes this episode of Survivor. This premiere, the one that's the most important thing that they should have is the premiere episode of Survivor. No one likes it. I got so many calls from Survivor players saying they all want to know my opinion a lot of the times because I'm very real, but we see people, and it doesn't matter who you are, what color you are, religion you are, right or left, it doesn't matter. No one liked it. And there was an equal consensus to why they didn't like the episode, and I'll tell you what it was. You can go on the Survivor website, and I did. I took pictures of it, and I was going to read them out, but I'm not going to do that. You can go check it out for yourself. Any Survivor website, you go under it or tweet, and then you read the comments, and I guarantee you at least 65-70% of the comments are talking about casting. Now, these are regular, ordinary people like you that's watching this, that's never played. I'm a regular, ordinary person myself, but I'm saying that someone that hasn't played a reality TV show, that doesn't actually know what it takes to be in these shows or something like that. Like, I've been in it so much that I understand the process, and I know what it is. It's casting. I see it, but it's so interesting to see you guys watch it and say that. Casting. We need to change casting. Something wrong with casting. You need to do better with casting. And you see the regular old Joe saying something's wrong here, and it has a lot to do with the people you choose, and that's casting. So that was very interesting to see so many people that's not involved in the system saying the same things over and over. Like, you get it. And so we'll get into the episode, and because this is the Players Performance in the Russell Crown. I know I'm late. I had to visit my kiddos in Louisiana. I've been super busy, to where I can't even get out of the camera and do this. Today's Monday, the first day I can actually do this. Even though I'm still busy, I decided I gotta get this done now. So I put this in, put the hat on, still got the company shirt on, and decided, let's go. So we have this first episode, man, and we have the girl, Emily, that everybody immediately don't like because she, right off the bat, she is very confrontational when she doesn't have to be. And I was tweeting, if you guys don't follow me, I'm Russell Hantz on Twitter. You can follow me and see, because I'm very active when the show's going on, if you want to see my opinions on different things. And I'm watching this and I'm thinking, why say anything, Emily? I'm sure Emily's going to watch this. They all do. They all they don't like to say that they do, but they all do. They want to know my opinion. And I think that was dumb. Like, why would you give your opinion when it's not asked for? Like, shut your mouth. And I would say that to anybody that's playing this game. If you're about to play Survivor, the best thing to do is be quiet. Now, I'll tell you an example of not being quiet. They had this season I played on once upon a time, season 22. And me and this guy, his Rob something, they called him something. He liked to wear hats too. And he was on that season with me. And as soon as we walk up on the island, they have this girl, Francesca. She's sitting out on the, looking at us, two groups of people, and she says, they look like trouble to me, Jeff. I never asked Rob about this, and I need to. But I looked at him, and he looked at me, and we knew what each other was saying right off the bat. We were saying, she's gone first. I was thinking that immediately. As soon as she said that, and she wasn't even on my side, I was like, if that girl comes to my side, I had a whole story going on in my mind when she said that. Because she opened her mouth when she shouldn't have opened her mouth. And I was thinking, she's gone if she comes to my side. And guess what happened to her? She was gone first. Francesca. First out. She's a friend of mine. Her name is really Francesca. But Rob's seen the same thing, and he got rid of her. So a little advice to you guys that play this game. If you really want to play well, then shut your mouth. And then you will do much, much better, I promise you. Now, I don't know a lot of the players' name. Usually I'm prepared for this, and I have a list of people. You see that paper in my hand, and I go down the list. I can't do that this time. I don't want to do that this time because it was trash. Trash! It just, all of it didn't make any sense. It was a lot of nothing. We seen pitiful performances in the challenges, not just Brandon. I mean, a lot of them. I mean, yes, Brandon, he can't even climb up a ladder. Like, he's not a 75, 80-year-old man, is he? Like, if that was an older person trying to get up that ladder, yes, you don't have any muscles left. You're trying to, but didn't you prepare for this? Didn't you do some pull-ups or something? Like, you didn't even exhort yourself, and you still can't climb up the ladder? Where did he, I mean, maybe a little swimming? So that was pitiful already. And I don't know if that's entertaining, watching somebody flounder around. I don't know if that's entertaining, watching somebody try to climb up something and then fall down and stay still for 10 seconds. And then Jeff hollering the phrase that everybody wants him to holler, and that, let's go, Brandon. No pun intended, or maybe. So he falls down and nothing. Silence for 10 seconds. And he starts moving like a fish out of water. So this is the guys that you guys cast. Now I'm talking to CBS. This is who you cast? So we all forgot about Emily. We all already forgot about Emily now. Now we got to worry about Hannah and Brandon. Emily was the most hated person in a beginning episode, maybe not in history, but yes, she was hated. People didn't like her. She spoke out. But that's good TV though. That's okay. It's bad gameplay, but good TV. What's bad TV is people like Brandon and Hannah. That's bad TV. So then when you see that happen, you're like, man, I've been trying out for this show for so many years. I've been trying out for this show, and this is who they chose over me? Or you say to yourself, shoot, I ain't gonna even try out for that show if they choosing these type of people. And I feel sorry for the people that got cut because of Hannah, not Emily. I'm okay. I'm actually okay. I don't like Emily as a game player because she don't know how to play the game. That's okay not knowing how to play the game. We could talk about that. What's not okay is quitting the game. So no player's performance, nobody played the game for me to actually say, hey, they win the Russell Crown. You serious? I would have gave it to Jeff if he would have spoke up when Hannah quit. So I'm getting ahead of myself here. I was on Brandon. Flopping around like that. Brandon says that he, I don't know if that just came up on the screen, but if it did, that's my company. They must have spent some money, but if it does, ignore it. So we see Brandon having his heart, or not his heart, here, it hurts, right? Something here hurts. Acid reflux, which half of America has. Half of America has that. And then, what helps that, Brandon? Fasting. So what we've seen, Now, I hope that I'm not right here. Hopefully, I'm not right about what I'm about to say. We see Brandon, and I apologize for the rest of the cast not talking about you guys. We'll talk about you. It will come. Trust me, it's coming. But I'm going to talk about only these three people right now. Again, nobody wins the Russell Crown. We're just talking about what's happened in the last, 30 minutes of the show. So Brandon has acid reflux. Fasting helps that, just letting you know. And they focused on that. Now, why did they focus on Brandon saying that? Why did they focus on that? Man, I hope that we don't see Brandon medevac next episode. Medevac, when he already told us he wanted to quit. If that happens, and they have 2 people quit this show within the first 6 days, so what they would do, they know that they screwed up production. So they would show us stuff to make it look like, oh no, he didn't quit. He was medevaced. When you have 2 people quit in the first 6 days. You can't fool a fool. Just saying. So is that about to happen? I don't know. I hope not. But you better believe I'm a come right back here and say I told you so if it does. If it doesn't happen, I hope Brandon goes all the way to the end. I hope he picks up, off his lazy ass, picks it up and does something right, finishes this game and does good. That's what I hope, because that's a good story. We've seen that before in Holly. Remember Holly Huffman when she was about to quit the show? But all of a sudden she stood strong, dug deep, and she made it to the final 3. That's what I like to see. We all want to see that. I don't think we're going to see that with this guy. But anyway, so now we have that. Most pitiful casting in the history of the game is the 2 people on this season so far that we know of. Because we haven't got to meet too many people other than the Hannah and Brandon and Emily, which nobody liked Emily, but I guess that was just now we like him. Now we like Emily better than we liked them 2. It's like, well, maybe Emily ain't so bad. Let her go. So now we get to Hannah. We get to Hannah now. So Hannah is sitting there nonchalantly, sitting there at tribal council, already telling everybody that she quits the game and you should go ahead and vote me out. But I guess everybody thought that, oh, she can't really mean that. I mean, it's only 2 days into the game. How can she mean that? Then all of a sudden, she's sitting there and says that she'd rather be at home. And the whole thing with this, to me, we've had people quit the show. Kelly that quit the show, Purple Kelly, remember her that quit the show? And Nyanka, they quit at the same time. They were superstars compared to this girl. Now you might as well give Purple Kelly and Nyanka $1 million. Let them split it, $500,000 apiece. Compared to this girl, 2 days. And again, you sit there and you watch the show and you say, man, they got that person there instead of me. Now we have a major casting problem, guys. Major casting problem. I hope casting is watching this. Somebody from casting, share this video so maybe somebody will see it. You know what we need? We need Lynn Spillman back. We need Lynn Spillman back. You guys don't know Lynn Spillman. Some of you probably don't know her. The OGs know her. She's the one that created this thing. She's the one that got all the greats out there that you love. Rupert, Rob, Sandra, me, Tony. That's Lynn Spillman that did all that. Coach, all these great personalities, the people you hated, Philip, but you couldn't stop from watching. Lynn Spillman. We need her back immediately. But they're too stubborn. If they brought Lynn Spillman back, you would have the best season of all times because she would focus. you would have the best season of all times. The next 46. If she casts for 46, you better believe it will be the greatest season ever, because she would be so focused in getting the best, and she would cast and throw them to the curb. These people couldn't have handed us our jock straps that's on this season right now. That I can see at this point, none of them. So we have somebody that quits. Hopefully we don't have somebody that quits again immediately with this next episode. But the way they did it, guys, the way they started, oh my heart, I was in pain all night last night. The way they edited that makes me think that they're going to medevac, which means he quit. They just don't want to look so bad where you have two people quit in a row. And okay, let's get to how Jeff reacted. I seen in his face that he was pissed. He was pissed. I could see it, but no reaction. I was going to do a whole thing. I started recording things where Jeff reacted or said something. Remember what he did with Colton? Remember how pissed off he was? Remember the first person to ever quit, how he threw his thing down? Laid it down. If you're going to lay down, I'm laying down your torch. This one, he just said, the tribe has spoken. Yeah, bye-bye. Instead of, Naoka, leave. Go, leave. Kelly, go. I just watched them. You want to leave? Leave. Then he looks at Kelly, go. You could just tell he's pissed. He ain't going to sit there screaming and hollering. He's a good host. He can't do that. But he can sit there and he can say something. Jeff, you used to do it. Still do it. We want him back too. We want Lynn Spillman back, and we want Jeff Probst back. And then later on, if it gets right, then you can get Russell Hantz back. Then we can save everything. That's all, guys. I know I just wanted to talk more about that. More in depth about the quitting, the bad casting. Hopefully we can do a real player's performance in Russell Crown next episode. That's all I got for you this time. Until next time, keep hope alive.